It's week 3 of the NFL, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Panthers and the Rams, and it's coming up next.
This is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they enter play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. First run now for Kyron Williams. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. That's complete. Jordan Whittington. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, you want to make sure that on an opening drive, that you at least stay out there for a while and get into the flow of the game. The 3 and out would have been problematic, but that's a good throw there to ensure they get another set of downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Rams had 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Again, it's Stafford. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. But you look at this defense. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now it's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Stafford looks to throw again. Pass complete there to Nakua. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it. Here we go on fourth. Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Williams is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Williams again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Kyron Williams, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Like what we saw right there, good running down near the goal line, because that was a really good drive. They were able to possess the ball, have some early success moving it downfield, and then clearly the most important thing, finishing things off with the ball in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Looking to throw, Young. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
Young going to give to Brooks. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down. Johnson, the man in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Xavier Legette, 78 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Now Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 3rd and 4.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 7-7, our score after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, a 22.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw is Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 2.
Throwing again is Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Stafford now to throw. And not able to get it that time. He hit on 6 straight passes. Not there. 2nd down. Here's Stafford. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
That one taken in by Whittington.
It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up. Now Young.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
If this is what you want to see from a defense, give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense?
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
So here are the Rams to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
Stafford got his man complete over the middle. It's Fisher. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Now Stafford. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Here's Stafford. Dancing to his left. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina as we eat closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Got a man, that's Leggett. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
And the Panther 1st down.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
Ball start. Offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A run out of the gun with Brooks. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 40-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
If it's not one guy, it's another with this defense. I mean, this is the #1 unit against the rush in the entire NFL. They know how to cover for each other. And, yeah, they've got great players. They also have very dependable players, too.
Young. That's pulled in by Brooks. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line.
The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
Throwing is Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He finds his man, complete. That's Fisher. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the gun, here's Stafford. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Does the big boy have the juice? And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead in that one. The Seahawks trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we take the long trek eastward to Tampa, check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And it was the visiting Atlanta Falcons who come in and get the victory. Darnell Mooney, well over 100 yards receiving with 3 touchdown catches. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Jaden Daniels has thrown a touchdown pass. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. But the Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Up the middle with Brooks here.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. The play fake. Now Young.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Young will set to throw.
Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They'll run right here with Brooks.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. From the 35, here's 2nd and 6.
Young now.
And this pass caught by Gray.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. To throw, Young.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
They'll try it now with Brooks.
A beautiful fake. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Brooks.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Brooks. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays. But
he's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jonathan Brooks, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. L.A. readies for its next possession. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They go play action. Young.
A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end Gray.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Carolina.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. Throwing, Young.
There's a short throw taken in by Bryant.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Now a give to Brooks running right.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Brooks. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's Young from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground. Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a 1st down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looks like you're exactly right. Looked like a 4 sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turn. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 7. They run out of the gun with Brooks here. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Noah Gray.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown.
Oh!
Still going.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Now Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now it's Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Stafford.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Rams first down.
To throw is Stafford.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Over the middle, he's got the hook up to Whittington.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. Stafford looks to throw again. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Stafford.
He'll get this complete to Whittington.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Stafford throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fisher. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Stafford. And he's got it.
And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Stafford now to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. There to make the grab.
And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And it looks like the Panthers hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
The Panthers offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they take a knee. Young's going to take a knee here, and that should just about do it. And you know they enjoyed taking that knee because they're now going to be 1-2 instead of 0-3. And psychologically, that's a big difference early in the season.
It certainly is. It's a big barrier breaker because you get to 0-3, you're not thinking playoffs. At 1-2, you still believe that you're going to be a playoff team.
Yeah, you feel you got some hope on your side. 0-3, things start to look pretty bleak.
But Charles, you think about this victory, pretty impressive. They came in facing one of the top defenses in the National Football League. Not only did they get the win, they played a clean football game, didn't have any turnovers against that great defense.
Yeah, it's a terrific observation because you know they emphasize ball security, wanted to avoid making any major mistakes playing against that tough defense, and they were turnover free and took points when they were available. Excellent execution, and they did it confidently.
So for Carolina, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.